are incentives, there are business incentives that have been in place for decades, all throughout the country. You think of the more traditional types of business incentives, and they typically deal with property taxes and/or taxes paid on their employees for full-time workers. General Electric has received those types of incentives throughout the years. Others like Dell Industry and in other parts of the state, Baxter Pharmaceuticals. I mean, the kinds of traditional business incentives that have been that are used every day in the state of North Carolina are very different from the type of incentive that the film industry requires. The traditional business incentives, they deal in bricks and mortar, and they're looking at full-time employees. You're making a major capital investment by building an office building or building a manufacturing facility. You have full-time workers. It's just a very traditional American type of business environment. Well, with film, we all know that that's very different. You're not building a building. You're producing something visual, something on the screen that can be done anywhere. And that's why the film industry incentive is so much different than every other incentive in the state of North Carolina, frankly, every other incentive in the country. And so as a result of that, you can't study it the same way that you would study a General Electric return on investment. The state made X number of dollars investment, and this is what they got back. You can't put that number into this black box and have it spit out in the traditional manufacturing and industrial models for studying the return on investment, which has made it very complex and difficult for folks who don't have their hands on the industry on a day-to-day basis. We've spent a lot of time in the General Assembly trying to educate legislators who understand the traditional model of economic development, but are having trouble transitioning into a 21st model for economic development. Because let's face it, any industry now, or emerging industries in this country, they can live anywhere. We can do so much now remotely that the film model for studying return on investment is probably going to become a usable model for many other industries as time wears on.